After the Lord Elsa's trust, he deliberately took out Elsa's on-duty period. The kind Aisha didn't know that the nanny, Mary, approached him just to steal his soon-to-be-born child. When she learned that Elsa was still 1 week away, her stomach suddenly felt like a shock when she was alone at home. He knew that she might be about to give birth. He forced herself to pick up her cell phone and called her husband, but no one answered her opposite, because her husband was with his best friend at this moment. When Elsa was having a stomachache, the ex-husband called him. She was like seeing a savior. She hurried to ask her ex-husband for help. He heard Elsa was in trouble. She was planning to go abroad and asked the driver to turn around. He was anxious. When he was staying, Mary called him again. When he heard that Elsa was about to give birth, Mary was about to have a dynamic matter. Isn't it still a week before he gave birth? He immediately got into the taxi and rushed over. He first came to Elsa's warehouse and took out a black leather bag that had been hidden from the ventilation duct. He quickly removed the fake belly and put it in the garbage bag. From then on, he never had to bring this thing again. He happily threw the fake belly into the ventilation duct. Aisha had already finished giving birth. Fortunately, the mother and son were safe, and his scumbag husband finally arrived late. But Elsa is taking care of the child now. But she didn't know that the child was being pushed by a nurse to be sent to the ward. Suddenly, another person was another person. The nurse blocked him and said that the head nurse asked him to go to the child quickly and handed it to me to push it to the ward. The simple nurse didn't think much about it and left the child. But what's scary is that the nurse was pretending to be Mary and pushed the child into the elevator, all the way to the underground garage. He had completely changed his clothes and put the child in a black leather bag by him. He was successfully taken out of the hospital. He came to the trash can and threw his wigs and glasses into the trash can. Then he opened the bag and hugged the child out and kissed him easily. It seemed that this was his biological son. Then he threw the black leather bag into the trash can and hugged the child without looking back. But what he didn't know was that not long after he left, a homeless man picked up his bag and wig. At the same time, Aisha had not seen the child for a long time. So she asked the nurse where his child was. However, the nurse said that his colleague had pushed the child abducted. When Aisha heard it, she panicked and asked the nurse loudly where his child was. The nurse immediately came out and asked other colleagues if she had seen a blonde nurse wearing glasses. The colleagues all said that there was no such person in the hospital. At this time, they realized that the child had been lost.